And from the get-go, Paul seems like he's taking no chances, taking that opportunity for a stroke. And both players playing a very different game of squash once they're in the final compared to what we've seen through the quarterfinals and beyond. And that's an uncharacteristic, animated response by Paul. Usually a very calm player. And his trademark serve, you'll see it a little bit later on, very slow, very high, and a very calm serve to get the game started. Dalidi to serve. And another error by Paul. He's going to be quite disappointed with that one. Count scores are 2 to James, 1 to Paul. James has actually been missing from the scene of late. Been a few months outside of the country. He's been in Zanzibar, Tanzania. He's been doing a lot of development work and also a lot of coaching outside of Kenya, which is great to see. He has a great following in the likes of Zanzibar and Tanzania. What will happen here? As Paul is moving back and James moving in for that drive. Clipped each other's feet. We'll have to wait until the referee makes their decision. If you can pop your comments down. If you think it's stroke, let us know in the comments. And since James is moving forward and Paul is moving backwards, it really has nothing to do with James. And it should be James's point. Let's hear what... Oh, it's lead ball called, and James is very surprised about that. It should be James's point, but the referee playing it nice and easy. It's from the left, a lead ball called. If you've got any refereeing skills, well, let us know what you thought about that decision. 2-1 it is, and we get back to it. Oh, what a great shot from James. And Paul really had no option there. Tried to hit it against the back glass, but just failed. And back into it we go. And James plays out of Parkland Sports Club. You'll find him training from early hours of the morning. And that one goes a little bit too far, and that's out by James. Parkland Sports Club is his home, and joined by many other top players. You'll find him there from the early hours of the morning. Usually by 8 a.m. he's having his break. That's after a good hour session. And of course, Paul Kadoma coming out of Kampala. It's Kampala Club where they play a lot of their squash. And this time round, coming to Nairobi Club. Sure, it's a big family, a big community of East African players that really want to do well. They support each other when they play against the likes of the West Africans, Southern Africans, and whoever does win this, I'm sure that both communities will be very happy for each other. That's a ball that's not good by Paul, well played by James. James is already putting his hand on his hip. Could it be a fitness issue? Could it be he's already taken the strain? It's 4-2 in the first game, so he's got a long way to go. Hand is on the hip. Has he been putting in the work, or has he been spending a lot of time coaching outside of the country? That's a great serve. That's a great serve. rightfully conceding that one. He just went the wrong way. He knows it's too tight. Great shot played by James. 7-2 it is in the first. That's a well-played shot by Paul. Always keeping his balls very tight and very clean. I think one of the most clinical players in this tournament is Paul Kadoma from Uganda. His drop shots are always precision and really takes care in his drives and forward play. So well done to Paul for focusing on the basics. Watch his serve, nice and light. And unsuccessful at that time. James is going to query that pickup from Paul. He thinks it was a double. Referee didn't really mention anything, so we carried on. And although James is leading in this game, it looks like Paul is in command of that tee. He has been fetching well. James has been trying to place those balls at the back. But we find a lot of the movement that's been around the court is from James, and that was a close call from James again. And great movement, great pace and explosive reaction from Paul. too far. Thankfully, we have a great team on standby. We've got Asta Pharmacy who are here with their assistants, and also our medical staff that was on hand having a look at James. It's really the elbow and the hand that he fell on which is going to cause him most of the strain. So he decides he can give it a go, and look at that. He says he can't continue. It really is straining for him if he's going to be hitting as hard as he does. And it's just the mechanics of squash that's going to cause him all that strain if he does continue. The team at physiotherapy and first aid at the desk, they had a look at him, and the team at Dynamic Physiotherapy and Wellness Center, they tried their best, and it looks like James is going to take a bow. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfortunate. James has had to step back and give the win over to Paul Kadoma from Uganda. Stay with us. We still have our prize giving. We have our veterans, our ladies, our plate winners all coming up. And of course, we've had to call it short for the final, unfortunately. Stick around with us. We are going to be giving you more updates on what's happening in Tororo, Uganda, and I hope you can join us there for our streaming service. You can find us on StreamZone Kenya. We can also find us on Squash News Kenya. Hit that like and follow on our social media pages, and we'll be giving you all those updates and notifications on what's happening in news in East Africa. Now, conversations taking place with James, his coach, the organizer and tournament director, Prince, and discussions with different organizers are becoming a topic of discussion now, with whether it was a fair play from Paul or whether it was a natural sort of movement by him, and Paul, of course, feeling, very bad about his movement, and he was outside with James throughout the whole treatment and really encouraging him and showing his sympathy for wiping him off his feet as he went for the ball. Unfortunately, James couldn't continue. He did try his best, and it's one of those things in sports. It's better to retire and decide to fight another day, and that's a great decision. It takes a lot of courage to be able to decide that in front of all these spectators and fans and everyone who wants to see him do well, that unfortunately he can't continue. So we wish him the best recovery in the next couple of days. We hope that we'll see him in Tororo. Tororo kicking off in mid-February, and hopefully he's fully recovered by then. And as it goes, the show must go on, and we'll be seeing a lot more of James throughout 2025, and I hope that he's recovered enough to have some great tournaments for the rest of the year, and we'll see him in the Parklands Open, the Kenya Open that's still to come. Over in Uganda, there's the All Africa Squash Championships in November, and then heading back to the southern parts of the continent, where South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zambia and Zimbabwe all looking to host great tournaments throughout 2025. Thank you for being with us. Don't move away. We still have our prize giving, and we look forward to really rewarding those that have shown their talent and grit on the courts today, and we look forward to celebrating those athletes on the squash court today. A big thank you to our sponsors, Nathan Clare Africa, who've done a phenomenal job in putting this all together and really backing the organizers and tournament directors. A big thank you to the team and staff of Nathan Clare.